All right, Gordon. So I this gaming thing, like my son's 9, he plays Minecraft. Like he's sort of into it, but I make sure I say, okay, you get an hour in the morning. I want you outside, no sedentary. So we went and body surfed the other day. Listen, I understand video games, right? But people watching other people play video games doesn't feel like a professional league to me. Tell me where I'm wrong.
Well, Colin, I think you're wrong in I think you have to be interested in it. I bet when your son gets older, eSports is probably the number one growing competitive scene out right now. And more and more people are watching it every single day. And if it's something that you're interested in, I think you follow along. The commentators are unbelievable. The preparation that they have, the production that they have, it's really fascinating. I've been there. I've been to where they shoot everything, and they sell out stadiums. And like I said, I think if it's something that you're interested in, it's something that you would enjoy watching. I'm not necessarily all that interested in every single sport in the world, so if that's on the TV, I'm changing the channel right away. But if it's something, basketball, football, something tennis that I'm really interested in, I'm glued to the TV, and I think it's the same thing for eSports and that whole community.
So do you think these guys are, like, you're ripped and good looking and 6'8" and playing the NBA, not to stereotype, but that's not most of the video gamers I know. Is this count as a sport?
How many video gamers do you know, Colin?
I know a few of them, and Gordon Hayward's the most ripped out of all of them. Does this count as a sport?
Listen, I think that, number one, you're stereotyping.
Yes, I am.
All the professional guys that I know, I mean, they're professionals in every sense of the word, and that means that they're training, 8 to 10 hours a day. And it just so happens that their training doesn't require them to lift weights or run around or things like that. Now, I will say that I've been to most of these guys that are professional gamers. They all pretty much have teams, and they live at a house together. So the whole notion that, they're 29 living with their mom, that's kind of just bullcrap because they all have a house together. They train together. I've been there. Not one of the guys that I was with was overweight. They had, sectioned off times for what they did each day with training, with exercise, getting out, getting breaks. So, just because they don't have to, for my sport, I need to be strong. It helps to be tall, but when you sit down and play video games, you don't necessarily need that. So I think you're stereotyping big time there, Colin.
Yeah, I kind of am, but I see the kids in my neighborhood and they're sedentary, and I'm like, get outside, and because I'm kind of jockey. Kristine, you're in shape.
Yes. That doesn't mean I can't play video games. Like, look at Gordon Hayward. He's a perfect example of somebody who's athletic and who enjoys these games.
Yes, but Gordon Hayward's an NBA. I'm just saying, Gordon Hayward is Gordon Hayward. He's 6'8". He's gotten ripped in the last year. Okay, here's the other thing. So when you ripped me on the internet, you found this picture of me.
How long was he holding on? How long were you holding on to that?
Where the hell did you find that picture?
Hey, I don't need to reveal my sources. Let's say the internet is a vast place with all kinds of ammunition on a bunch of different people.
The funny thing about the video gamers, I was thinking about this driving in this morning. You don't want to screw with video gamers because they know the internet. Yeah. And that's how Gordon got this goofy picture of me. These gamers went online and they got him this picture that probably I would never be able to find myself, and it's me.
You're saying it's the gamers? You're not giving Gordon any credit that he got it himself?
Gordon, do you have a source, or did you find it?
Listen, like I said, the internet is a big place. A lot of people access a lot of different things.
If you have any more pictures like that, feel free to send them to me.
Okay, I want to do a play-by-play from this League of Legends thing. So, so I'm going to play it, and then you would describe what this is to me. Play the tape, guys.
All right.
And the dead angle doesn't bait it. Gets caught low again, has to burst immediately.
Full meter, though. Full meter. He's going to have to do... Oh, he can't. No burst.
So smart.
Oh, my
so
God.
Smart.
Genius.
So smart. He couldn't burst because of the super. But Washiga thinks it's over.
Locked down.
He won the last round.
What
and the Bella doesn't care. He still got 65%.
Oh, my God.
Washiga, no.
Washiga, not like this. What are you
standing up for?
Why?
Oh, my God.
What was that, and where was that, Gordon?
Listen, I think, is that the clip that you played when you did your little rant?
Yes, it is.
See, the first problem is that's not League of Legends. So that's a completely different game. You know, there's all kinds of games in the esports community. You got shooting games, you got, you know, some more strategy games. I think that was a fighting game. And so they were talking about the, you know, different strategies in the fighting games. And like I said, you need to know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, before you can just go and criticize it.
So was that like at a stadium? Like obviously there's different layers of this. Gordon Hayward of the Utah.
That's right.
So this was that like a regional thing or a rivalry, or like why were the announcers going so crazy? Why were they so animated?
I think because it was a big time moment. It was probably something where it was, you know, a lot of these you have different series. So it might have been, you know, game 5 of the series between these two guys, and whoever won got a chance to go, you know, to New York or LA or whatever and play in the finals. And there's a lot of money to be had in these things. I mean, you're talking about 6 figures. A lot of these tournaments now have $1 million prize pools. And as a 21-year-old, you know, 19-year-old, however old these competitors are, to be able to make that much money would get me pretty excited. So.
Gordon, you're obviously a gamer and you play it at a high level. Do you like watching other gamers, or are you a guy that just likes to play?
I actually, there's a bunch of streaming services out there. YouTube Gaming just came out. It's a big streaming service. Twitch.tv is a big service. And I go on there all the time and watch people play. To me, it's fascinating to see. Also, you know, I want to be better at different games, and I think the best way to be better at something is to watch the best do it and emulate them. And that gives you a chance to kind of just relax and watch them, and it's just another form of entertainment, you know, so I enjoy watching it.
The League of Legends World Championship starts today. Are you going to watch it on YouTube?
I am definitely going to go home and watch it. I've been watching all the regional finals, and
this is great.
I'm pretty excited about Worlds coming up. You know, I have some other things that I need to focus on as far as, you know, we got training camp today. We got a season to start, but I'll go home and check it out for sure.
Gordon, is there any advice that you can give to me to make Colin get on my side with this and support the e-gamers?
I have a son. I just don't want childhood obesity to be part of my...
Gordon's not obese. Who are some of your other friends that play? I'm sure you've got NBA friends.
Does Dante Exum play?
Dante Exum plays. You know, I can't name... I don't think there's one guy in the locker room that doesn't play video games. But I will say, to your point, Colin, I do think that it's definitely necessary to get outside and exercise and do different things. I definitely didn't grow up, you know, obviously only playing video games. So I do think you're right about that. But I think that, you know, the other things that you said might have been a little ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at a picture of Gordon Hayward now. Look at Gordon Hayward now. See, Gordon Hayward's not a guy that is sedentary. First of all, you broke into the league, and you look like this innocent kid, and now you're like an action film star. You're all ripped up with a hipster haircut. People make fun of my hair. What happened? What this transformation's amazing. You're the hippest guy in Salt Lake City ever.
Well, I think I grew up just a little bit. I was, you know, like you said, 20 years old when I came into the league, so maybe I hit puberty sometime during that. And then the other thing is I got married, and my wife has changed my appearance quite a bit.
So look at that, a gamer who has a wife and a happy life, and he's in shape.
That's right.
Let's not go crazy.
Stop stereotyping,
Yeah,
Colin.
but this guy's the Joe Montana of his industry. I mean, come on. You would admit that you're the only 6'8" forward in your, like, League of Legends, like, cubicle, right? Like, you're the most athletic guy.
They have homes.
Hey, I don't know about that, Colin. There's a lot of guys that play video games. There's a lot of guys.